Marjorie Taylor Greene suffered yet another major meltdown recently after the Republican Party announced that they were essentially forming a new group, a new alliance, a new partnership with the log cabin Republicans in an effort to attract more of the LGBTQ community into the Republican Party. You know, the party that always claims it's the big tent party finally decided, you know what, maybe we ought to actually live up to that moniker. So we're going to start reaching out to the LGBTQ community. We're going to welcome them into the Republican Party with open arms, even though, of course, we do whatever we can to pass legislation to single them out and make them feel like horrible human beings. And, of course, this upset Marjorie Taylor Greene. So she took to Twitter not long ago and said this: "Using people for their identity is what Democrats do, not Republicans. This actually hurts the log cabin Republicans by grafting their fundraising and weakens their effectiveness. And don't forget, GOP chairwoman, the rainbow is God's sign." Because, as we all know, Marjorie Taylor Greene is upset with the gay community for allegedly co-opting the rainbow from God. It's refracted light is what a rainbow actually is. That's just a naturally occurring phenomenon, okay? But, you know, that a little beyond the scale of what Marjorie Taylor Greene is able to comprehend here. But here's the thing. The Republican Party is absolutely horrendous on LGBT issues. Absolutely terrible. This year alone, multiple Republican-led states have passed transgender athlete bans. Okay, this isn't exactly the kind of welcome message that community would want. You're taking a group of already marginalized people that are preyed upon by members of your own party, picked on and bullied to the point of suicide or outright murdered. And part of that is because the demonization that comes at your hands, and of course the hands at the evangelical religious right, who also, by the way, is not happy with this decision. And now you're trying to say, come on in. We know we're passing legislation to specifically point you out and make your life worse. But, come on, forget about it, right? We're not going to stop doing that, for the record. But we need your votes. We need you. It makes no sense. Like, the log cabin Republicans shouldn't even be a thing. Like, oh, you're okay with them literally oppressing you and taking away your rights for what? Tax breaks? Smaller government? How can it even be smaller government when the government extends their authority to regulate your life? They don't want you to be able to get married. That's about as big a government as you can get here in the United States. So nothing that the log cabin Republicans stand for makes any sense, right? They're all going against their own self-interests. Again, the only possible explanation is because they want tax breaks. Is that enough for you to willingly submit to oppression? Because to me, that doesn't seem worth it. And the small government argument, as I discussed, is absolute BS, because the Republicans, if you look at the numbers there, they tend to grow the government, not actually shrink it. They're a bunch of liars on that part too. But hey, anything that pisses Marjorie Taylor Greene off, it's got to be a good idea, right? Because this woman is against every single good thing in America. She doesn't want people to get vaccinated. She doesn't want gay people to be in the Republican Party. You know, she doesn't want to embrace these people and say, you're welcome here. She doesn't want to help people struggling to find work. She doesn't want to pass infrastructure, which would literally benefit every single county here in the United States. She is against everything that is good. So whenever we see her pissed off about something, we can most likely assume that something at least fairly decent just happened.